Hey y'all, so Caesar here with you guys. I just want to let you guys know what I'm gonna do for fun today. I actually have planned something spectacular. I'm going to knit a scarf, and with the scarf, I'm going to donate it, I hope. Uh, but most of them that I'm gonna start knitting is gonna be for soldiers to an Operation Gratitude donations. Uh, so show some appreciation for our soldiers. Have them keep warm when they're far away. Uh, I'm sure they could use some scarves. Uh, what was I gonna say? So I'm gonna be doing that for fun, for a while to entertain myself. Also, keep a hobby. Nothing spectacular, nothing fancy, nothing. I mean, nothing fetish. Just saying. Uh, so for the most part, I'm just gonna give some charity stuff. Actually, I actually prefer not to say if I'll give to charity or not because it's never certain if I will give. So that's why I just leave it up to interpretation whether I guess if I say something like that is to motivate people to give to charities and I don't like really telling people that I give. But I do just say that sometimes just so they can give. It's not so I could be celebrated or something. It's just to get people to want to give too, to give also, and be charitable. Um, even even paying tithes, your tithe, things like that are things that I talk about sometimes, not all the times. It's heart healthy to be donating, to people who need help, need extra help, people who are in need or want. Those things are beneficial to the body, not only to the spirit. One day you could be lacking and you'll have more than enough. And sometimes when you have little, you still show appreciation by giving from that little. Oh. you know, and then when you have more after having little, you just appreciate all the more, all the much more. So, so, so enjoy it. What else do I have to say? So I'm doing that. I'm gonna do that. I know I'm just gonna do it as a hobby, and see what. Hopefully, I can do something with it. I might stop halfway. I might not do it at all. But if I do make a scarf, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I'm gonna wear it. You know, I hope you guys can learn to knit too, if you guys like to knit. Or I usually use a tool, this tool that looks like this long, and it's just like it's like a lumen tool. I think it's called the loom, and I use that to knit. I'll show you guys in another video what it looks like, and maybe I'll show you guys how I do it. I won't show a whole tutorial just because it might be hard to explain. But I'll show you guys something simple, and yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy some of my looking at some of the scarves, and maybe you guys can make some too. And like I said, you guys could give them away. People just use them oftentimes. I mean, there's so many people who have free time that they could use that free time that way. It's usually for people who have free time. If you don't have free time, don't worry about it. Just help. From what you make. Just give charity. You can always make money donations. Uh, and that'll help and that'll provide for them when they're in need. Like I said, there's different charities. I usually go for Christian poor charities when I give, and I give and we're told by Jesus to give 10%, and not only give 10% but to be merciful to people. Both things come together. You can't keep. He said to keep both of them, not just one. Be merciful and pay your tithe. So we should learn from that and keep that rule. Uh, you know, if you ha- and if, when you think you don't have enough, just remember the widow's mite, who gave up everything she had when she had the last 2 cents, and that could buy her a meal, or who knows how, a meal for a day, and instead she gave up those 2 cents for to the Lord, and that was all she had left. So when you think you don't have enough, give to the Lord either way, and He'll provide. He'll find a way, and you could find a way. Uh, I mean, there's always ways, and you can always look for help. You could look for government help. You could go to. I mean, things aren't that bad where most people qualify for food stamps when they can't afford 10% to as a tithe. So you could use that as a regulation. If you could afford 10%, you usually, and you can't tithe food stamps, so you just have to use your cash to pay the 10% from the food stamps instead of paying food stamps. I mean, that's the law. That's the law of God. If you want, but this is, you could choose to or not. Just don't give from your food stamps, they say, because you can't give it directly from your food. You can't give directly food for the stamps. Just to make it clear. So if you got, let's say, 100 food stamps and you got 100 cash, you give 10 cash to provide to do the tithe of the 100 food stamps. Uh, like I said, if you don't, some people go keep giving even though they have little. That's the widow's mite. It's all up to you. I'm not forcing anybody. Just to make that clear, it's completely your choice if you want to give. The widow's mite gave everything she had, and she was made famous. She was renowned for what she did. So, like I said, you gotta think about the poor even when you are poor. Uh, and in the widow's mite's case, you gotta think in the Lord when you're at your poorest. So, and even the Lord said when there's poor, there He is also. So you gotta think in the poor when you are poor also. Either give it to all to them or share it with them. So that's how that works. I mean, the food stamp law is something that I would say that the food stamp law should have given a chance for people to use 10%, but just because it's out of religion, uh, they should uh, they should accept people are religious. Because if it was up to me, I would give my 10% from my food stamps, but I have to give from the little cash that I get from assistance. So but nevertheless, I just give it anyway. I'm just giving you guys an example of how to do it. Uh, like I said, that's my choice. I obey God's law, and that's how everybody should be doing it, obeying God's law. And and submit to the authorities, to the government. Like I said, don't use your food stamps because they haven't made any changes on that. So you gotta respect those authorities. Uh, so just for acknowledgement, I didn't always pay my tithe. I learned to tithe, and that's how that's how I teach you guys to tithe. If I don't keep it, how am I gonna teach it? You know. So that's pretty much this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't think I was gonna talk about tithes so much, and giving and generosity and charity. So yeah, be generous, be charitable. Thank you guys. Bye.